What up? What up? What up? What up, everybody? Boy J Millie is back. Daniel, what's going on with you? Yeah, I made sure I came on here a few hours earlier. Few hours earlier. Oh my goodness. Put this to the side. This one. Yeah, I was going to do a particular live. I was going to continue on with the live I did from last night, but see, I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna do a little differently tonight. Do a little differently tonight. You know, there's a few things I want to talk about. My heel brother in the building. What's going on, RB? Yeah, we gonna chop it up tonight. We're gonna chop it up tonight. Yeah. But then not tomorrow, but yeah, it's not gonna be tomorrow because Leo's gonna be doing 2K, and then we're going right into the Dynamite with Tati and GM. I'm gonna try to fit in sometime Thursday. But I came across this. Well, you know, I like to watch football reactions of the games and stuff, and particularly, you know, my game. So I came across this dude, and I brought him up in Leo's chat. I didn't say his name, and I'm not gonna say his name here, but you know, he was talking, going on and on and on and on and on about how the 49ers, how we talk so much and we talk more than the Raiders and all this and all that. And so I'm like, you know, I left the comment, you know, and then he came back. I'm like, okay, I'm thinking we're gonna have like a healthy dialogue going back and forth. But then he started to get a little bit disrespectful. So now I'm like, okay, I don't know who he think he talking to, but check this out, homeboy. You see what my name is, and I'm pretty sure at some point you're probably gonna look at my channel to see if I have a channel and see what. So this is what I'm gonna do for you, homeboy, because you obviously are a youngster in life. Compared to me, you're a youngster. Okay? So this is what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna teach you a life lesson that a lot of you YNs need to learn. That when your elder statesman is talking, you sit down and shut up and listen. Okay? And let the people that been around educate you on a little something. Because obviously you know nothing about nothing. So I'm gonna educate you. I don't even give a damn if you're from the Bay Area. That don't mean nothing to me. The fact of the matter remains, you got a little snipey in the comment section, and you're gonna find out you don't get snipey with me thinking I'm just nah. Because y'all youngsters, what y'all be doing, I got like 10 chapters 10 chapters on that shit. So Yeah, I went to bed early last night. Oh, that's all right. Shoot, I came on super late yesterday. That's why I didn't public the live I did. So yo, what's going on, guys? Odds will whatever. I don't know. Okay, you just a troll. So yeah, what's going on with it? So I'm definitely going to be doing a special live for this Raider fan because he obviously doesn't understand at all. Which I know most Raider fans don't understand because they've been losing so much that their brain has has gone into the concept of we're losers. You want to talk about my team, and you gonna try to say that we're on the same because we haven't won a Super Bowl? Huh? Yeah, okay. So y'all already know how I do my lines. Homeboy about to get roasted. Super clueless. Oh, shit, I gotta. Yeah, I gotta do mine, but I'm not gonna get to mine until probably Thursday. I got something to do tomorrow. So, but real quick, did you hear what happened to Asmo? Moneybag Rose? Because that was the point on my lot. Well, no, that wasn't the point. But the situation about the internet and all that, like, y'all gotta stop listening to these fools on the internet thinking that they just know what they talking about. You know, putting shit on people that ain't said this or said that or did this or did that. And you're like, y'all, wow. Well, that shit came back to bite you. Yeah, so okay, so you remember just a few months back, and then even like last year and all that, how like, you know, him and Nina Boy was going at Spider, and it was like, oh yeah, you gotta come to the EC and you gotta get your DP. It's probably gonna get put off, and the homies woo, 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 right? Well, yeah. So the other day, Spider does a live. Well, he did. Well, he don't really do lives anymore. But he had put up a video on Sunday saying that he's been summoned. He's been summoned to the six pack, and apparently that whole time he had been doing. So apparently, Cuz been getting DP. He apparently he done had like a couple DPs in that time period. From the time he jumped on the scene and all that stuff went down with him and Nina Boy and all that. Yeah, all that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And then this time I guess they just had enough because he ended up going to do a whole video with 600. Talking on somebody he shouldn't have been talking on to the police. So yesterday, Spider put up another video, and he basically, you know what I'm saying? He got the request to publicly announce that not only did Asmo not show up to the six pack, but he no longer EC. They done put him off the set. They done put him off the set. And that whole time they was trying to smut Spider's name. See, this is what I'll be talking about when people be slow. They keep talking about Spider, but Spider is baby Spider. They keep on mixing up the spiders and thinking that that other Spider is Spider Low. But Spider doesn't say it many times. No, I'm baby Spider. But they keep, you know what I'm saying? So, yo, I salute the Spider Love though. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, how the fuck am I gonna get a DP and I don't even gangbang? He was like, I don't give a fuck about gangbang and shit. Hell, man, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah. Yeah. So he went in, you know what I'm saying? I left my comment, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that I was like, see, this is why you cannot listen to what people put on the internet. Because apparently how all this got kicked off. So Aunt Hefe, fat boy from A Trey, that be all up on no jumper, sucking up on the Atom, got some bad feelings towards Spider and started bringing up some stuff. And Spider showed the text too, and I was just like, see, I was trying to give Ant, you know what I'm saying, some type of, you know what I'm saying, because, right? But the more and more I kept seeing him, I'm like, nah. Some ain't right about dude. Some is not right about dude. Because how are you? First of all, and I don't know if Ant gonna hear this or not. I really don't give a damn if he hears it or not. But I hope he does. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Ant Hefe. How are you gonna say anything to anybody about what they may or may not be going through when you are literally going on a platform that has locked up a whole lot of Crips? Police all around there, and y'all up there fighting with each other, feuding, and meanwhile I'm over there just like, hey, yeah, I got more money. Like, you's a goofball. You know what I'm saying? And other people see it too. And then you going to sit up here and try to come off and try to be all intellectual as if somebody ain't picked up a book and read themselves. You know what I'm saying? You sitting here down in another brother, but you gonna praise up this fool Adam though. Like, you's a clown for that, eh? Like, on everything, you's a clown for that. You's a clown just for the simple fact that you took your butt on no jumper after the Rico went down. Like, what kind of idiocy is that? Like, you want to talk about stupidity 101? That is stupidity 101. You literally went on no jumper right after the Rico went down. I'm just like, what in the world? This, like, but you sitting here trying to talk about the next man. Man, and it ain't even true. But you literally sucking up to the white man And you down in your, like, come on now. You know, and then I'm hearing some other stuff about this reputation you got ain't exactly what you've been saying it is or was. Now you might get some people to validate that, you know, that may have been around, seen you get down maybe one or two times or whatever the case may be. But what I'm hearing, yeah, y'all better stop. Y'all better stop that. Trying to act tough and be tough and act like you was really, you know what I'm saying, putting that work in like that. You know what I'm saying, like, you know, because it's crazy. You know, because I'm about to light shit up in my own hometown. Like I'm not liking the situation in my hometown, and nobody don't want to call it out, but everybody want to talk about it behind the scenes. But like I mentioned last night, I have been asked to talk about this, to continue to talk about this. After the conversations that I've had, I got asked this to go ahead and talk about that, to expose that shit. And that's what I've been doing, and that's what I'm gonna keep on doing. And anybody in Fairfield, California that do not like what's coming out of my mouth, I don't give a flying fuck about how you feel. Because there's a whole lot of you motherfuckers out there that ain't even originally from the sevens, but out there throwing up the sevens like you really from the sevens, like you really put shit down in the sevens. Y'all motherfuckers weren't putting in no work. You ain't putting in no work now. And you know what I'm saying? You gaining the fame off of the work that a lot of us did. And then the ones that you got yourself around that did do something, that ain't nothing but the best friends club anyways, and it's always been the best friends club. You want to know how I know? Because I was there. Right there on the west side. D-Shaw Rand he can't lie about that one. He can't lie about that one. Me and D-Shaw Rand, and it was a whole lot of us right there on the west side going to them parties. You know what I'm saying? We was all good. Everything was good. This is before Ken Smoke. You know what I'm saying? So to sit here and act like, come on now, I ain't about to do that. Y'all sitting here acting like Ken Smoke is Fairfield. Y'all acting like Ken Smoke got some generational longevity. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. Shit. Ken Smoke didn't enter Fairfield until 1990 motherfucking 6. They weren't there in 95. They weren't there in 94. They weren't there in 93, 92, 91, 90, 89, 88. None of that. And there was a reason for that. Because they ain't got nothing to do with Fairfield. That's the origins of Ken Smoke. Ain't got nothing to do with Fairfield. But however the politics went down on all that shit, ain't none of my concern. But the fact that I keep on seeing these fools get up on the fucking internet all the fucking time and sitting here talking about half stories and then try to put it on like y'all was the end all be all and nobody else had nothing to do with anything, and then you guys only want to go with the popular rapper names. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all bringing up the homies that, you know what I'm saying? Like Lil Jazz, Skip. You know what I'm saying? Like what about D4? You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, D4. Y'all You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep talking about Fairfield, but y'all don't bring up these names. If there ain't no rappers, I bring up the names that aren't the rappers. See, that's the difference between me and you. I don't need to bring up celebrities to justify what it is about where we're from. Most of y'all wasn't even kicking them with East Side cats. Y'all was strictly West Side. But now all of a sudden y'all want to sit there and act like y'all was just kicking it with everybody. Nah, y'all wasn't kicking it with everybody. What the feezy? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and trust me when I tell y'all, there's a lot of OGs from out there that ain't happy about what y'all doing. Y'all can get on the internet and talk about all this, yeah, I love you, Fairfield 5-year anniversary and all this stuff and all this. Nah, I know what it really is. And Cass is not happy with y'all. The homies is not happy with y'all. How I know this? Because like I said, I've had conversations. I had conversations with Cass I'm not even cool with no more. But at the time we was cool. We was having them conversations. Because I just happened to just bring it up, you know what I'm saying, within the conversation that we was having, and kind of went into the conversation. And then once I said that, that's when the homies giving me that look like, man, you seen that too? You know what I'm saying? And the homies like, man, fuck what they talking about, man. Man, the streets know what it is. The streets know the truth. You know. But we glad you speaking on it. Because they know I'm not about to falsify any type of information. I'm not going to leave stuff out. I talk about people I don't even like, but I know what they done did. I know what work they put in. I know what time they put in. So regardless of whether or not I like them or not, they have a piece of the pie, you know what I'm saying, of how Fairfield even got to the point to where it's at today. You know what I'm saying? You don't see me beat my chest when y'all out there walking around claiming the Central, Middle East is what y'all calling it now, right? Y'all don't hear me out here beat my chest talking about, man, y'all better give me my fucking credit and all this. I don't need to do that because everybody already knows where that shit started from, where it came from. And in case you've forgotten, I'm going to let you know where it started. Man, it started on the 2200 block of Heath Court. Check the numbers. Check the numbers.
You provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common, complex orthopedic conditions.
I am literally
the most amazing care.
See, it's only out of the 4 that was at that meeting that day, it's only 2 of us. It's only 2 of us left. But as a collective, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? This is where everybody else came on. Man, shit, it's still a whole lot of us. Shit. I had my daughter in the Central. What you talking about? Right there in North Bay Hospital. Where a whole lot of y'all had y'all babies at. Up there claiming Bristol Lane like y'all been banging Bristol Lane all these years. The only reason why y'all started claiming Bristol Lane is because everybody moved up out of that motherfucker after the police came up there and locked up all them dumb motherfuckers for serving to the for the unders. Everybody knew there was a sting going on, and these idiots still want to hang out on the block and serve. I popped up over there like literally maybe 30 minutes after it went down, and they telling me what happened, and I'm like, well, that's what they dumbass get. Shit, you don't get no sympathy from me. You ain't gonna get no sympathy from me. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers do dumb shit to get locked up, man. I've always been that way too. I don't give a fuck if you a homie. That's why y'all don't ever hear me doing that free shit. Free this person, free that person. Like, we all know what the consequences is when we jump in them streets. So what the fuck I'm gonna sit here like, free this person? Nah, you did wrong. You got caught. Shit, deal with it. Shit. You know? Yeah, everybody, free this person. Like, oh. You ain't never heard me say that, and you never going to hear me say that. The only time I did, well, I take that back. The only time I did say that, though, was Tupac. Because he was actually innocent. If you're innocent, yeah, I might go ahead. But I'm not going to say free this person. I'm going to say they need to be, you know what I'm saying, set free. Because you're not necessarily even free when you're, you know what I'm saying, get free. And the other reason why I don't say that, because it doesn't make any sense on top of all that, is because unless they tell you when you get out, you aren't going to be on parole or probation, you ain't free. So I ain't even trying to hear the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So, grab me some water. So yeah, shit. I don't want nobody talk about this. I mean, yeah, I mean, I ain't do nothing wrong. But now the shit that I did do wrong, yeah. Oh shit. Right, said the same thing in 2009 when the when like 40 of the homies got rounded up on Colfax and Broadway for serving to undercovers and practicing in the knockout. Yeah. Shit, my brother ended up with 7 felonies on that shit. You know what I'm saying? 7 felonies, 7. You know, like this. See, this is what I'm talking about. These are stories that cats don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't hear my brother's name not mentioned not one time. Why? Shit, my brother was out there. My brother is one of the reasons. You know what I'm saying? He one of the reasons why the Ville is the Ville. He one of the reasons why Fairfield is. You know what I'm saying? And my brother, he wasn't the gangster. He was the hustler. He was the playboy. But now if he had to get down, he would get down. You know, shit. It was enough violent. It was enough of us that were violent, or enough of them at the time that were violent. Then when I came around, you know, shit. If you, I don't give a damn if me and my brother just got into a big ass fight and was trying to kill each other. You fuck with my brother, shit, I'm off of your head. Shit. You know. But them names, you know what I'm saying? Names like my brother, you know what I'm saying? Pee Wee. And y'all know I bring up Pee Wee a whole lot, man. You know what I'm saying? How y'all even gonna talk about fair? First of all, check this out. Check this out. There's certain names that if you ain't talking about Fairfield, when you're talking about Fairfield, if you ain't mentioning certain names, you don't need to be talking about it. And that's on the sevens. You shouldn't be talking about it. The man who started the East, the man who started the Ville. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I'm saying? He was one of the boop, 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 boop. And then here come my brother. Boop, 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 boop. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, stop. But they don't talk about it. And that shit, you know what I'm saying, irks the hell out of us. But I'm going back down to Fairfield here soon. I think this weekend. So I ain't gonna forget. I ain't gonna forget to bring my shit this time. and when I get back home, shit, I'm gonna upload this shit, and y'all gonna see. Man, all the time, man, right away. You know. And y'all really gonna see my neighborhood, you know, because shoot, we gonna be stopping by the cemetery, you know, and the cemetery right there in the neighborhood. You know, like I'm a real central boy. I'm a real central boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. My mom did a full circle from San Francisco down to the sea, then from Bristol, Pennsylvania, on over to Peachtree. Then we went from Peachtree over to Tabor. Then from Tabor, that's when we moved to the east side. Matter of fact, we lived in the east side two separate times. But well, in my case, you might as well say, because I was always over in the east. Like, find me all over the east. But from there, then we moved back, you know, right there, Heath Court. And that's where my mom lies. You know what I'm saying? So we're a real central family. If you want me to just, you know, cut the bullshit. But I ain't gonna do all that. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm one of the originals. I am one of the originals, and nobody can take that from me. Nobody. Now, some cats that'll come up here on the internet and give you some fabricated story about this, that, and third. But y'all wasn't up there, you know what I'm saying? Man, how many of them cats know about Eaton Court? That was right in the neighborhood, and you didn't go to Eaton Court unless you had business. Wasn't no kicking it. It wasn't none. You wasn't going there to kick it. If you didn't have no business in Eaton Court, you had no business in Eaton Court. Straight like that. You know, and that same way that went with the other complex formerly known as Park Club. If you ain't had no business in Park Club, you ain't had no business in Park Club. Go down to my section. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much, if you had no business to be in that area, you needed to go somewhere else. And trust me, we would make sure that you got put up out of there. If we wasn't already out patrolling the neighborhood, if we wasn't, you know what I'm saying, just already out, just period, yeah, we'd get the phone call. Situation handled. Man, right on, right on. You know. Still, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while on that one. A long time. But it's just like I'm so sick of these fabrications on the internet. It's like the internet that made people really stupid. You know? It really made people stupid. I'm like, it ain't that fucking serious. Just be honest. Like who are you trying to what you trying to prove? Who are you trying to prove it to? Because if you're trying to prove something on this internet, you done already lost. You know what I'm saying? Trying to prove how tough, how bad you is on the internet. Oh yeah, I gotta make myself a celebrity. The fuck? For what? You know what I'm saying? Like you willing to take a major L lying than just being honest and being yourself. So what if people talk about you? People gonna talk about you regardless. Shit. Look, people gonna talk about you when you're up. People gonna talk about you when you're down. You know, that's just life. But I don't need to do that. I'm gonna play something for y'all, and I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to hear this. All right, I'm gonna play this and make sure I say okay. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let me turn this down. Okay.
Playing the 7-Eleven, I'm talking Phoenix in the 90s. It was squeezy, it was grimy. Can't smoke in Little Soldiers, hell of a timing. Skating ring dance, we was having motion. Fighting in the streets to getting popped in the open. Could respect something. Cool to think they is trying to check something. We was young, we was done with that check coming. Riding that foreign, had that vet running. Bitch, we ball now, they wait till next summer. All we know is up the score and keep it elevated. Said the city ain't the bait, let's get it situated. Some steppers in my city, nigga, no debate. You can play it safe or you can play it dangerous. Own little city with no stipulations. That's just how you paint it.
Okay.
707, it was Grande Park Lane and 7-Eleven. I'm talking Phoenix in the 90s, it was squeezy, it was grimy. Can't smoke in Little Soldiers, hell of a timing.
Now look, Ken smoking Little Soldiers, a hell of a time. Like, Skating Ring was popping long before Ken Smoke was in Fairfield. Skating Ring was popping long before. Long before. Long before. Like, come on now. My neighborhood is literally right across the fucking street. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna bring up, like, first of all, hold on, let's listen to this again.
Dudes have emotion, fighting in the streets to getting popped in the hole, because respect.
Oh, listen.
7-Eleven. Bill. 707, it was Grande Park Lane and 7-Eleven. I'm talking Phoenix in the 90s.
Let's rewind that.
Bill. 707, it was Grande Park Lane and 7-Eleven. I'm talking Phoenix.
Now this cat talking about it was Grande Circle and Park Lane. Grande Circle is known as the Mad Circle on the east side, in conjunction with the Ville, because it's under one number, the 4. Park Lane is on the west side, in the cut. Dangerous spot too. But no, motherfuckers wasn't kicking it like that together, man. It was funk season at that time. And then he gonna bring up Phoenix Drive, which is also on the east side. Like, come on. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Motherfuckers was feuding. Real beef. But they over here trying to make it seem like it. Like, hold on for a second, y'all. I'll be right back.
I got you. I thought Sean calls mom so he's some cold shit, Kim. What she gonna do when she find you on that clip? She gonna find out shit, right? You did your job right, right? Do what you want to do. That's gonna find you. Good. You work for anybody? Please call me. Please. Go see things. Take talk. Cause you don't take none of their calls till we got an next time. Fuck this shit. Go see where we're coming from. And be ready. So we need to be ready.
Okay. I'm back. So like I was saying, that shit right there, like, nah. As a matter of fact, my ex, one of my exes, she is from Parkland. And she'll tell you, ain't no West fools was kicking it with no East fools. Not unless the only way that shit went down was if there was already a prior relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us went to school together, but some of us just lived in different districts. So Yo, sevens up. See, I'm here talking about you must have heard me talking about the sevens. But and Phoenix Drive wasn't fucking with nobody. They weren't fucking with that. They was their own entity. You know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying? Phoenix Drive was like Oak Park. Don't call us South Side, man. We Oak Park. That's how Phoenix Drive is, or was. They was like, don't say we from the East Side, man. This Phoenix Drive. But the difference is they will acknowledge that they are on the East Side because Dover Park is like literally across the street, and that's where a lot of East Side fools used to kick it at. So, but nonetheless, Cass wasn't kicking it like that. So now I guess the question, would be, well, were we cool with the West? And that goes back to what I was just saying. I had a previous relationship with a lot of cats over there because I went to school over there and I built up friendships, you know what I'm saying, that lasted, or the ones that I lost connection with, I got connection with them again because of the junior high school I went to. And it's just other means, you know what I'm saying? But just prior relationships with those individuals, right? But now when Ken Smoke came into, it was a mixture of the West and some foods from the East. So, but the thing about Ken Smoke is they don't have no section. Because one time they was claiming East Tabor, another time they was claiming Bristol Lane. You know what I'm saying? And these are all at times when everybody else has moved and the same individuals ain't living there no more. And then all the problems that was going on, because everybody wanted their head. Everybody wanted their head. From up north all the way down to LA. Shit. The homie had to tell me about the LA thing. I was like, what? They got problems in LA too? Sheesh. There's just been all kinds of stuff from them trying to jump me to them trying to jump my cousin and one of the homies. Like, but like with everything, certain people had to have a sit down. And then that's when I got the call, it's squashed. I said, all right, cool. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna be buddy, friendly, but cool. Sound like Eastside Park Hill out here. Oh yeah, it do, huh? No, that's true. Facts. Yeah, you guys have broke that shit down to me, and then I watched that documentary. That caused up a whole lot of stir. We had a meeting and shit's supposed to. Yeah. That keyword's supposed to be. Or C. Excuse me, my bad, guys. Supposed to. Supposed to. Like you supposed to. But see, that's the thing. Until these youngsters get in line with how things are supposed to be, man, ain't nothing ever really gonna be squashed if you think about it. People just trying to respect what it is. But motherfuckers is ready to pull that trigger. Because it's too much ego. That's the problem with the streets. It's too much ego. And it's like, what the hell you got an ego for? You know, all that ego gonna do is get your ass killed. You know, walking around acting like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, ain't nobody. I used to have that mentality. And guess what happened? Yeah. You know. But I smartened up real fast. You know. Because the thing about it is this. No matter how down you are and what you're willing to sacrifice for the neighborhood, you should always have other interests besides gangbanging. You should always have other interests than just being in the streets doing shit. Because it's those other interests that's going to do one or two things. Keep your ass out of jail. Or if you happen to go to jail, it keeps your mind going and focusing. Or it's going to keep your ass alive. Because that bullet don't give a damn how bad you is. What you done. Them cops don't give a fuck about that shit either. Neither do them jails. But them COs. Like an OG told me one time. You could be down or you could be stupid. When he said that shit to me, that shit hit me in the chest like, you know, can you elaborate a little bit? You know what I'm saying? And basically what he was saying is like this. You could be down for your hood, but is your hood gonna be down for you? I said, oh, you know what? And that made me think. And he's not saying like, don't put it down for your hood, don't represent your hood or anything, but just be cognizant of when you out there doing your thing, is they gonna hold you down just like you've been holding them down. So hearing that, started the process of me thinking differently. Because I just wanted to, I was full go. Full go. You know. I didn't give a fuck about fighting. I didn't give a fuck about shit. I didn't give a fuck about none of that. Because I'm fit to put it down for my neighborhood. And hearing that, and it's just being locked up. You can literally see exactly what OG was talking about. You know? Like, yeah, if you locked up with some of the homies, yeah, they might look out for you for a night or two, give you a couple soups and, you know what I'm saying, some coffee, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But after that, shit, you on your own. But this whole time, though, you have it in your mind, like, I'm finna do A, B, C, woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? I got the homies, you know what I'm saying, woo, 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 woo. But that shit ain't reciprocated in the same manner. And then when you get out, you see how many people really give a damn about whether or not you was locked up or not. It's a cold game. It's a cold game. Yep, too much ego. Agreed. Yep, that's what college did for me. He was right. Yeah. And that's what I be trying to tell the hard-headed ones. Like, you out here doing all this and doing all that, and you thinking like, yeah, again, like, look, check this out. All that free. Man, that ain't for y'all behind them walls. That's to bump their ass up. Because as soon as they get done saying that on camera, they going right back to doing what they was doing. You not even a thought in their mind. Probably see it, you know what I'm saying, on whether or not they're going to try to slide up on your baby mama or something, or slide up on your girl. Because the homies will fuck your girl if you get locked up. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about that shit. The homies will fuck your girl if you get locked up. That was a cold game. Yep. That part, yeah. While you sitting there worrying about what she doing or whatever, man, she ain't worried. She too busy got dick in her mouth and pussy. Oh shit, you didn't know your girl was a freak like that. She getting fucked in the ass too. You know what I'm saying? Your girl coming to see you after she just got done fucking your homeboy that morning before she jumped on the road. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never did no shit like I like that. Nah. I don't get down like that. And the reason why I don't, because if I find out that the homie's been smashing my girl, when I get out, I'm gonna tell the guard shit like this. Hey, don't worry, I'll be back. Soon as I get out, every single last one of them homies that done touched my girl, especially if we got a kid together, oh shit, I'm knocking them all down. I'm knocking them all down. And then, and then when I go home and I go see her ass, oh, your ass, get your shit and get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't have a kid together, well then I'm gonna let the homegirls handle you. You know what I'm saying? I may be mad at my baby mama, but I'm not gonna. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do that to her. But if she ain't my baby mama, but we've been fucking with each other for like, you know what I'm saying? We got like years invested. You know what I'm saying? Like 5 years, 6 years, and shit like that. Nah, I don't want to hear none of that. You getting the same shit. Get your ass. You know. But the homegirl's gonna handle you though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to say it play, man. You think just because we go, nah. Because if that's the case, if your mama is young enough and she fine enough, then let me tap on your mama. Or better yet, let me tap on your girl. Yeah, let me tap on your girl. How about that? Matter of fact, your cousin looking kind of fine too. Maybe I might want to tap on her. Yeah, it don't feel good, do it? Don't sound good either, huh? Yeah. I'll sit there and try to tap him. I think not. Not if you want to take another breath for another day. But, yeah. You know. But that's why you got to learn to keep your ass up. Look, there's certain things to fight for, and there's other things you just, like, is it worth it? Because I guarantee you, there was times where you did something, and later on, you thought about it, and like, yeah, that probably wasn't a good idea. Good thing I got away with that shit, but yeah, I'm probably sure I did that. Yeah, we ain't gonna do that next time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But people have a hard time putting that as their first thought. Like your first thought, first and foremost, should be being able to wake up, get up, and live your life. Not being woken up at like 4 o'clock in the morning because you got, you know what I'm saying, breakfast being sent to you. You feel me? Taking a dump in front of another man, taking a piss in front of another man, being told when you can leave your cell or not leave your cell, when it's time to go eat, all that shit. If you ain't never spent 23 hours in a cell and only had 1 hour a day out that cell, man, I ain't trying to hear nothing anybody talking about. I ain't trying to hear nothing nobody talking about. Because just think about that. You're in one cell, and that cell is not big. And you're in there 23 hours a day. And the only sun you get is that little glare through that little pixie glass window that they got covered up. So you can't get the full rays of the sun to come through. You know what I'm saying? The only light you get is the lights that they have inside that motherfucking building. And you're only out in that time period to eat lunch, eat dinner. Or in some places, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just depending on where you live at. You know, I know everybody does shit differently. But that's the only time. And you only have a certain amount of time for you to eat. Then you got to get up, head right back on into your cell. And then if there's a TV on or whatever, you just better hope that you in the right cell where you can stand at that window and get a glimpse of TV. Or otherwise, you got to treat it like a radio. You know what I'm saying? But then it's that 1 hour you get. And in that 1 hour, you better get your ass out that cell and enjoy every bit of that hour, because the next time, it'll be another 24 hours before you get that hour. Think about that. It'll be another 24 hours before you get that hour. I am good. Because the rest of the time, you in the fucking cell. And I feel bad for the ones that gotta be in the cell by themselves. You know what I'm saying? And don't have no bunkie that you at least talk to from time to time. You know what I'm saying? But the other time, you either reading books, probably drawing something, you doing something, or shit, your ass is asleep. But things a little different these days, because, you know, motherfuckers got cell phones and they be going live and like, what the fuck is going on? So, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, why ain't nah. If I'm gonna be locked in a room for that long, I want it to be my room. where I can still go in and out of as I please. You know what I'm saying? Like I can actually look at a TV without staring through that little window they got. You know? And then laying on that cot, you don't get, now some places they give you pillows. Now, I am kind of jealous of that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, y'all get pillows and shit. We didn't get pillows. We had to use like our towels, and then like our other we have to use like our shirts, like fold all that up, you know what I'm saying, and probably some of our socks or whatever, you know what I'm saying, because you need your blanket. You need it's cold in that place. You know, it will be. Now, if you somebody that sleeps good in the cold, then by all means use your blanket. But man, nah. And I like the cold, but it's cold in there. It is cold. You know, when they talk about the cold steel, like I used to always wonder as a kid, like, what are they talking about cold steel? Why it's so cold steel? Until I finally got in that motherfucker, and like you could put your hand on the bricks on the wall, and that shit is cold. The bars in that motherfucker is cold. Like everything in that place is cold. And then you get sent to the other jail, where they got carpet. You know, well, I got put in the mod. So we had carpet, we had tables, we had TV up there. You know, it was basically a dorm. You know what I'm saying? It was basically a dorm. You know, have our hot water for our coffee and spreads and all that. Like I said, okay, yeah, okay, you know, and they would have to turn the AC on, you know, because it would get hot in that motherfucker, and they would have to turn the AC on. You know what I'm saying over there, you know, clay bank a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? You could literally, you know what I'm saying? You be chilling in that motherfucker, but you also gotta be careful in that motherfucker too. You know, you also gotta be careful. Because that motherfucker could be grimy as fuck. But that downtown jail, though, I'm so glad they transferred me. I was like, yes. Once I heard I was going to Claybank, I said, yes. I ain't been so happy to go to jail in my... You know what I'm saying? When I heard that roll, I was like, oh, going to Claybank? Yeah, shit. Got on that bus. I couldn't wait to get to that motherfucker. And when I got to that motherfucker, they told me I had a job. I said, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shit. The homie was like, oh man, you done got a dope ass job. Because commissary or the kitchen, if you ain't getting one of them two jobs, you ain't eating. You eating like everybody else is eating. You know. You eating just like everybody else is eating. They gonna bring your ass in, you gonna line up like everybody else. Meanwhile, we at the docks and we getting all the extra foods and drinks and shit. Tore that shit up. Well, I was like, and then going back to commissary and being able to eat, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was cool, you know. But one night we had hella orders because it was due inmates that came in, so we had hella extra orders we had to do. So we was up there trying to rush, and then like our supervisor was like, you know, keeping us abreast of the time, because we had to be back inside we had to be in our room in our mods by 9 o'clock. By 9 o'clock. Not even a second more. And we just got the last bag. And see, the cold part about it was commissary too the next day. That was the other thing. It was commissary, so we had to get it done. You know. Cool thing was our supervisor was like, well, if we end up being late, I'll let them know so you guys don't get in trouble. But I don't know if they'll take it or not. I was just hoping like, okay. Because if we had got in late, then, yeah, they was going to throw an extra day on us. So we got there exactly, and I ain't bullshitting y'all. We got back in that motherfucker. Keep in mind, you still have to take your shit off, and they still have to check you, been over, still the whole thing. We got back into that motherfucker at 8:59. I was in my bunk at 9 o'clock. Woo. Shit, my bunkie was like, damn, y'all just barely made it. I'm like, man, I know, man. We was in there, man, doing all that commissary, and man, it was hell of that shit. You know, and apparently he had did it before. He was like, yeah, man, I know how that shit is. It be, man, on them certain days, especially when there's new inmates coming in and shit and all that, man, that should be hella work. See, yeah, they got the tablets. I feel you, yeah. We didn't get you didn't get a pill either? Yeah, that's some fucked up shit. You definitely need your blanket. Cold in a motherfucker. Yeah, that's how it was in Denver County and Arapahoe County, but not old Denver City Jail. Pasco jail was the worst. I'll take Denver jail over that. Yeah, I've heard y'all talk about that before. Like, yeah, it be like that. It'd be like one jail be cool, and then the other jail be like hella fucked up and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you just hoping like if you start off with the fucked up jail, you know what I'm saying? Then because ours is if you get arrested, you automatically got to go downtown. That's an automatic because that's where the courthouse and everything is at. So that's an automatic. They don't take you to Claybank. They only take you to Claybank. Um, is if you either one of two things. You got to do some time, and they need to free up the downtown jail, or if your situation isn't as severe, then they let you go to Claybank and just ride your time out. You know, and then sometimes the more severe ones, they're the ones that get them old school steel cells. You know what I'm saying? The little clickety clackety. Um, and then what they'll do is, if you have to go to the pen or whatever, then they'll take you, bring you from Playbank back over to the downtown. That's where you get on the bus and go to the pen. Some shit. Well, hey y'all, I didn't put an hour. I didn't put an hour or something. Okay, cool. So thank y'all for coming through. We're gonna do this again real soon. Tomorrow night, AEW Dynamite with Wrestle Tati and Cute GM and maybe Leo, maybe not Leo. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. But nonetheless, it will be the fallout from All Out. It's going to be a great show. Good times in the chat. And are you going live tonight? I want to make sure I plug you. Oh. Oh, no, you're not? Okay. All right. So the homie ain't going live tonight, but you can catch him this Friday morning, Grand Rising, with Shabaka and the Chase. So make sure y'all tap in for that. Frontline Black News, Revolutionary Agenda, Seduction Doll, and as you see, Jesse Paris right there, his other channel. And make sure y'all tap in and sub up to all those channels, as well as Wrestle Tati, Cute GM, No Dirt Sheets, Jared Simpson, The Sandman. You know what I'm saying? And if I forget anybody, my apologies. I will get you next time. But in between time, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Peace.